Good afternoon everybody and welcome back. I am just quickly headed down into town. So I've taken the morning off work. There's two reasons for that. I'll tell you the other one in a moment. First reason is I have an appointment down at the bank with the branch manager to discuss a loan. Now it's going to be quite a significant amount of money I'm asking for. It's been a little over a week since I last posted a video of anything to do with the farm, anything to do with what's going on. And obviously if you saw my last video you'll have seen that there was quite a major development with what's going on with the land surrounding where we're staying at the moment. So my grandfather's old land has gone up for sale / auction. It's going up for auction. I have heard there is a possibility of being able to buy the land before it goes to auction. So having spoken to a few people, they think there's a good chance the land at auction is going to go for a total of about £850,000. It's going to take a bid apparently of towards £1 million to get it off the market before the auction. Myself and Joanna have had a long chat about this and we've decided if it's possible we would like to try and turn it into a working farm. So yeah, I'm gonna try and see if we can get the money to do so. It's make or break really, because if they deny us for the loan, I don't know what's going to happen to that land. It shouldn't be too long. It won't be long at all for you because it's just going to jump to me coming out, but here goes nothing. Wish me luck. Right. Okay. So, don't get me wrong. It wasn't the most positive meeting I've ever had with a branch manager at a bank, but at least it wasn't a no. He's gonna have to run some figures, crunch some numbers, and he's gonna have to let me know. So I think the reservations they potentially have is obviously the amount of money. Firstly, it's a significant amount of money. The other potential issue I'm facing is I've not run or managed a farming business before. I have had my own business before, but not a farm. And I think that is their concern. To front that amount of money to someone who is so inexperienced in farming, they appreciate that I work on a farm at the moment, but it's a big risk for them to take, and look, I get that, but I kind of feel like if we don't get this opportunity to buy this land, I think the housing developers are going to get it. I'm pretty convinced now that that's what the plan is locally. A lot of people are talking about it, and I think there is a good chance developers are going to come in and they're going to basically flatten the whole area and just build a new housing estate. It's not gone down very well locally, but it has been apparently signed off if it happens and they manage to get the land. I'm pretty sure we're going to see developers rolling in. I think we're just going to have to wait and see and just go with the flow and see what happens. Okay, so the other reason I have come in a little bit later today is because we have to go and fetch the combines from the other farm, which is quite exciting. I actually get to go and see it. There's myself and one of the other guys are going to head up there in the Volvos. We are going to return their Massey Ferguson. That's actually not needed here. I believe there's a plan in place for the onion and potato harvest. I don't think we're going to need it, but then they also don't want it returned, which is a little strange. I'm just trying to find the guy I'm headed down with. We're gonna drive down to the other yard. That's obviously where the Volvos are parked, and we're gonna head back. I'm just trying to find him. So yeah, we're going to return the Massey Ferguson, and we're going to apparently be picking up 2 harvesters. I'm not really sure how that's going to work, because if we've got the headers and the harvesters, I don't see how that's all going to fit on the trailers. We'll have to see. Maybe there's 2 trips. I'm not really sure, but they're basically sending us down sort of later. We're going to wait for rush hour, wait for the traffic to calm down, and then we're going to head on out, and we're actually going to stay over the night. So I don't know if Phil's going to be there, because obviously he's been spending a lot of time at the other farm after the, I'll say it quietly, the blowout that Amy and Phil had. So I don't know if he's going to be there. Might be a little bit awkward if he is, but we'll have to see. There's no work involved in this. It's literally just collecting equipment. I think there might be a little bit of a farm tour before we head back tomorrow. So that'll be quite good if we can have a bit of a nose around and see what they've got going on there at the moment. So I'll catch up with you a little bit later on when we arrive at the other farm. And good morning everybody. So welcome to Amy and Phil's other farm, which is called OAKFIELD Farm. It wasn't a bad drive up yesterday. The weather turned a little bit and it did rain quite heavily. So obviously you'll see it's still a little bit overcast this morning. So not too bad a trip in the end. It took us, I think, around 3.5 hours to get here. So not really too bad. Hopefully it shouldn't be too bad getting back. Just been staying in the guest accommodation that they've got here. and we're hopefully going to have a little bit of a walk around. Basically, we haven't got really anything to do while we're here other than to have a bit of a look around, see what we're loading up, and then obviously load up and head back. So we're going to have a cheeky little look. Wow, they're very nice Massey Ferguson tractors they've got here. God, they're really high spec as well. They're very impressive. So I suppose they're the equivalent of the larger John Deere that we have back at the other farm. But they are very nice. And what else do we have through here? We have, as I say, Massey Ferguson telehandler. Just in their little workshop here. Very nice. I feel like they could invest in a telehandler back at our yard. I think that'd be a good thing if they could do that. And then what do we have here? Crone, Big X. Oh yeah, so over breakfast this morning I was having a chat with a few of the guys that work at this farm, and they were saying generally they deal here in silage. So I think the plan is they're going to start doing some corn silage, like sort of doing more sort of work with chaff. They mainly do grass at the moment, so they said there should be some grass equipment we'll find. But yeah, these are fairly new into them here. Just between those tractors and these is a lot of money. Never mind the fact they've got the lorries, the loaders. Down in this shed. Ah, they've already been and unloaded the Massey Ferguson off our loader this morning. Feed mixer. That's a nice little John Deere. What's that? 6120M. That's a nice little compact one. I suppose that'll be doing a similar sort of job to the New Holland that we've got. Yeah, and then cows up in the field. So as far as I'm aware, they own all the fields over the back, up on the hill, and a little bit further beyond. We could cut through here. Yeah, and then there's fields down... I'm not sure about that way, but they definitely said there's fields over this way. Ah, you can't really see very well from here. We'll take a look in a moment because we'll head back round that way. And wow, okay. 2 Crone Big M's. Wow. Okay. Very impressive. So they are massively geared up here to do grass cutting and silage work. Wow, very, very impressive. So they've got 2 pits, nothing in them at the moment. Yeah, they oh wow, yeah, and that's a lot of grass. So the guys, if I just get up on here, the guys were telling me pretty much all the fields that you can see off in that direction are also owned by this farm. So really, when you think about it, Phil and Amy must be worth millions, millions and millions of pounds. The amount of land that they own between these 2 farms is colossal. Wow, okay. And we've also got some Crone forage wagons. And then they've got a couple of, what's these? Demoler trailers. And I thought the outfit we were running at the other farm was big. This is very impressive. So where are the harvesters? Maybe around this way. Oh wow, okay. And wow. That's some quite impressive equipment. Okay, so we've got an Agco Massey Ferguson 9T with an absolutely massive looking header on it. And then we've got a New Holland, what's this one? CR980. Both with tracks. A little bit smaller, but then, you know, you don't want everything big all the time. Very impressive equipment. Oh, these can't be cheap. These alone must be towards $1 million between them. I'm not quite sure what we're going to be taking with us today. I'd assume maybe one of the harvesters and headers, maybe. And then whether there'll be another trip to bring the other one, or whether we take the 2 harvesters and the headers follow. I suppose it would make sense to take a complete unit, so maybe that's what's going to happen. I think if anything, it's potentially a little more impressive than what we've got at Sandy Bay, and I thought that was very impressive. So more storage space, wow. And a whole lot of land as well. Right, so what have we got in here? Might as well have a nose while we're here. Oh, okay, so this is more sort of storage area. Oh, hang on, can I think that's Phil I can hear around there. I might just go and ask what the plan is for what we're moving today. Yeah, did you hear some land's got up for sale near the other farm? I'd love to. You know, I can't resist when land comes up for sale. I just don't see the point, to be honest. Not when it's a housing developer. There's too much money in it for them. Nah, not this time. I'd just end up overpaying. What, the farms? No, she has no idea. You know she doesn't get involved in any of that stuff. I just say sign here, she does it. She never reads anything. You mean if she does? I'm not worried. It'll be so far past being able to do anything about it, I wouldn't really care, to be honest. Oh, hey Josh. Was just talking farm business with one of the guys here. What do you think of the farm then? Yeah, it's amazing, I love it. You've got such impressive equipment here. It's even more impressive than Sandy Farm, and I was very impressed with that. Well, I have more freedom here. I don't have anyone telling me something's too expensive or things aren't practical. This is more my baby here. Well, I have stuff to do. Keep yourself out of trouble now. See you later. Well, okay. Well, that was interesting because I don't know exactly what I overheard. I don't think he knows I overheard, but that was very interesting. I'm not quite sure how to process what I heard then. I'll be honest, it sounded a little suspicious, but then again, I don't really know what he was talking about. Hope there's nothing going on that's going to hurt Amy in some way, especially with what's been going on between them recently. Right, well, we'll go and see what needs collecting, load up and probably head out, but that's probably taken the shine off what was been quite an interesting morning, having a look around to see what they've got, but yeah, I really didn't like the sound of that conversation. Has loaded up, so we've ended up having to take both of the harvesters for now. We were struggling to fit the Agco Massey Ferguson header onto one of the trailers, so yeah, we're just gonna head out with these for now, and Phil's gonna work out a way of getting the headers over to Sandy. At least we don't have to worry about that, because that sounds like it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. So just going to head out with these. We have to be very careful because the loads are very wide on both. So I shall see you next time back home in Sandy, and hopefully we'll hear back from the bank too. It's been a nice little distraction from that, but it's going to be back to work and back to worrying about what's going to happen to all that land. So see you again soon.